Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to discuss on the topic data access control in SAP Analytic Cloud. So before going to the data access control, we'll see how to create a model. This is your planning model. Okay. So the point one is how to control the creation of a planning model. Okay. Control how to create a planning model. So in order to create a planning model, we'll go for creating a role, and the task is planning files. Under the planning files, we should give a privilege. Under planning files, we need to give a privilege. That is, you need to create a privilege called create. Okay. Now, before creating a planning model practically in your project, first you need to give access to private or public folder. So regarding this, you can refer my previous session. Okay. So what you have to do, point one, you have to create a public or private folder and give the access, that is your create access. So create in multiple access to this particular public or private folders. Then after that, under this, you can create one folder. Example, DAC underscore folder. Under this, we'll try to create some model, say test planning model. Okay. Now, when I want to create this particular model, so let us create one role, then a task. Then after that, we'll go to the task as private or public files. So initially I'll take this as public folder, then create one DAC folder. Then I'll go to the planning files and try to create one model. Okay, fine. Let's do up to this practical also and check this, right? Okay. So within my R40 user, I will go to security, go to roles. Within the roles, I'll try to create a new role. And this role name, I'll give this as S0 underscore DAC underscore role, right? I'll give this as S0 DAC role. License type, I'm using planning professional. Click on next. I will take a blank role, click on next and save it. Currently, we don't have any tasks or privileges assigned. So first thing what you need to do is, let's go for a private files. In this, I'll take create, read, then after that delete, share and manage. Okay, now I'll save it. Once this is done, now let's go to the search option and search for planning. So that is your planning model. So within the planning model, I'll try to go for create. Okay, I'm trying to go for create option. Now let's save it. So we'll start from create option. And if you want to take, let me take a read also along with this. Save it. Then we need to assign this particular role to your user. Let me go to users now. Then select the user, click on OK. So we're assigning the role to a particular user and I'll save it. Let's go back to this user. Then we need to refresh. And I'll be able to see that I'm going to create one folder here. And I'll be able to create one model also. Both this privileges we have been granted. So first let us create one folder called DAC folder. I'm giving this as DSC folder. Click on create it. Under DSC folder, now I want to create one model. And within this model, when I click on create a new model, so start with data is not enabled because there is no connection privileges. Okay, so we'll do with start with empty model. Up to this it is fine. Trying to create one new dimension. So that is entity, which is a generic one, or I can take it as an organization and click on add. Let's add a measure called value. Fine. Now I'll try to save this. Let's go to DAC folder and the model name is DAC model. Right, I'll just save this and paste it. Now when I'm trying to save it, you receive an error. You're not authorized to create a dimension because we don't have the rights to create a new dimension. So for that, what I should ensure is remove this option from here. Let's go to the dimension. Within the dimension, I need to go for getting a create and after that a read option, right? Both I'll try to enable it. Once you have this privilege for creating one dimension, I need to refresh. The moment I try to refresh, because we are not able to save this model, there'll be no use. So I'll just discard it and refresh now. Go to the model, click on create. I'll make this as entity. Generic, make it as organization. Click on add. Then if I go to this value and aggregation type is sum. Now let's save this under DAC folder, DAC underscore model. Now save it. So the model is saved successfully. Okay. So once you've created a model which is existing, so when I try to refresh now, see that you're not able to update your model now. You'll not be able to create any new dimensions inside this one. Got it? So your DAC has been created, DAC model is created. Now this DAC model, I want to modify it or add some more dimensions, but I'm not able to modify this. So in order to modify the structure of your model or metadata, we should have update privilege. Okay, without update privilege, you will not be able to modify it. So let's go back to your planning model. So this is the importance of your update privilege. Okay, so now select the update privilege, save it, go back. Now, after every saving of your role, you need to refresh your web page. Once it is done, now you see that your update of your measures as well as your dimensions as well as your calculations. I will not show you this one. You will be able to create it. Okay. So currently I don't want this. No, we don't have delete permissions, right? I'll do undo, then go back to your model structure. So now if you want to create one more dimension now, that is your product dimension, which is a generic one. Now click on add. Then after that, save it. Done successfully. Good. Now let us go to the product dimension now. Go to edit. Now in this, you see that you are able to create a product dimension, but you're not able to provide any description, nor any rights, nor any properties, nor any values. I want to enter some value here. No, you cannot maintain any new master data values. And even hierarchy also, you'll not be able to create it. So for updating your structure or metadata of your master data, that is your dimension, we should have the privilege of update of your dimension. Now, not your planning model. Okay. So I want to show you the difference one by one slowly so that you understand it better. Right. Okay. I given this as dimension update is done. Now let me save this. Go back and refresh again. Just remove this. Now let's go back to your product dimension. Click on edit. Now I'm able to provide the text for this. I'm able to provide the data access controls. Then I want to create a new product called mat group. That is your material group, a property. Or you want to create one hierarchy. That is your H1 hierarchy. Click on create. And I want to enter some value as P100. Now let me save it. So when I'm trying to enter the values, P100, I'm not able to enter the values here, right? Only the structure of your dimension. Now you're able to change it, right? You're able to create new properties. You're able to create new hierarchies. Then after that, uh, DAC rights plus locking rights plus your description, structure, and metadata you are able to maintain, but not your values. Master data values you will not be able to enter. In order to enter master data values, what you have to do is we want a separate privilege here. That is your maintain your master data. Now click on save. Go back, refresh. When I go to your member ID, P100, product ID, P100, then P101. Let's drag and drop here, right? Now let me save it. Perfect. Done. So in the DAC folder, I want to delete it now. Okay. So I don't have any delete permissions to delete the model. So in order to have this, again, in the planning model, I need to go for delete permission. Click on save. Now refresh again. Go to this, click on delete. Are you sure you want to delete this model? Yes. Let's see that again. It is not able to delete it. The selected resource does not exist. So refresh again. Delete it. It will not be able to delete it. Why? Even though I have the delete right for my model, it is not able to delete it. Okay. You want to find out? Okay. The reason is planning model cannot be deleted until unless you have your dimensional delete rights also. Okay. So then I'll give the rights to delete the dimensions. Then only the model will be deleted. Right. So this is the link for that. I'll save it. Go back, refresh, select it and delete it. Now the model is deleted successfully. The next option, what we are missing now is maintaining of transaction data. So if you don't have the maintain option for dimension, you will not be able to enter master data. And if you don't select this maintain option, you will not be able to write back the data to your model back. Okay, that is, you will not be able to post the data. Fine. So for posting the data, what you have to do? Now currently this particular model is deleted. Let's go back to our DAC folder. Then I'll try to create one model. And within the model, I will take one dimension entity and make this as organization dimension. Click on add. Then I'll create one measure as value. And this is aggregation. So measure also is specified. Let's go back to the entity and just make two entries here. One is India and another one is USA. Currency is INR, USD. Okay, now save it. And the model name is DSC model. Click on save. Done. Let's go back. And from here, we'll try to create one story. That is, go to canvas. Something is wrong. You do not have the rights to create a story, right? Okay. Then let's go to the last. Go to your story. I want to create a story. I want to read a story. I want to update a story. I want to delete a story, right? And I want to share a story. I'm giving all the rights to my story. Now save it. Now drag and drop your table, existing model. The data option, I'll just remove it. Select the table, go to your builder. Now I'm taking one value, then add a dimension, that is your entity dimension. And as we know that, we want to enter some values, right? Okay. So for that, we have version as this, and we have the measure and filter for the date. I'll select it to all time intervals, but I want to plan for only 2026. Done. And what we have to do now, as you know, we'll try to go for show on book values. and within this entity, show on book values. So we have two countries here. So let's go to this. So what is the value we have? That is your version. Currently we have only one version. That is your actual version, right? So I want to display that version also in the top. So I need to go to columns and add my dimension. That is the version actual. Fine. So I can take a planning one also, but let's do a simple task. For India, I'm trying to put as 1000 and enter, but it is not able to execute. What it does, you need a planning license and execute privileges. But we have a planning license. Yeah, do it. But only thing, execute privileges we need to give in order to execute the values inside this one. Okay. For entering the values and executing the values, we try to give them execute permission. Fine. So while entering the data, this is the one more bottleneck what you'll be facing. That is your execute permission in order to enter the values. So once you got it, so let's save this particular story as DAX story and save it. So that input form, or I can say DAX input form also is fine. DAX story also is cool. Once done, now I'll refresh it. So after refreshing, I need to go back and enter some value. For unassigned is 1000. Then after that, India is 1000. Then USA is 2000. Done. Now I'll try to. So when the values are updated, okay, I need to publish it or write back the values to the model. So for that, I need to go to publish data. So you do not have the rights to publish the data. Okay. So in order to publish or write the data, now this is last time we have seen maintain of your master data. Any values should go into your master data. We should have maintain right for dimension. For any values of transaction data going into your model, you require a right to maintain your planning model transaction data. Important one, right? Now save it. So once done, what I have to do? Refresh again. So the values are stored in the memory. The memory values are not at last. So we're not able to write the data back to your model. Fine. Now, if you see the values, you want to revert the data back. Yes, we can revert it because from memory, we are trying to revert back. Now, let me have the values as 500. Then after that, the value here is India is 1000. Then 2000. Then now let's publish now. Click on publish data. Click on publish. Done. So with this, the whole life cycle of your control, how to create a model, we have seen it. Which user can create a model? Which user? So that is, which user can create a model? Which user can read the data from a model? Which user can create a dimension in a model? And which user can create properties? Then hierarchy, then DAC and locking properties. Okay, this is all the metadata of your dimension. So this is all your structural data of your dimension. So you can control this. Then after that, the data of dimension, the data of dimension, whether I'm able to enter any new values or change any values in order to do this, then what control, what roles I need to have it. Then after that, the last one is your or your planning data. If I want to enter any planning values, so what right you should have, that is your execute rights. Okay, you should have execute rights. And in order to write back this new values into your model, right? That is write back. Write the data back by a user into your model. We should have maintain rights at your planning model level. And one more thing is how to control your story, how to create. We can say who can create which user can create a story, which user or which list of users can create a story. Then after that, how to edit a story, edit or modify, delete, right? Or share. So these are options. We have seen all your story rights for that. Now, these are all your structural information, like creating a model, creating a dimension, right? So then inserting the data up to this point, it is fine. Now, thing is, there is some important data inside this particular model. There is actual data, planning data, finance data, right? So there is a lot of data governance to be maintained in this one. Now, what data a particular user is supposed to see? Okay. Now, what data a user is supposed to see? What data I'm supposed to write? That means I want to control that this user A can only read the data, but user 2 can write the data back. That also planning only. But this user, I want to uh, I want to enable him to enter budget data, only budget data. So I'm trying to control the data level here. Write permission, I have it, but what values? I'm supposed to enter only the planning data, but here you're supposed to enter only budget data. For example, this user belongs to India. Then I should see only the Indian transactions. Suppose the user is from US. Automatically, you should see only USA data only. The data in this model, India related transactions, related transactions, both are there. But based on his profile, only that particular data, you should be able to access it. So in BO, so in business objects, we call this as row level security. Okay. In HANA, this is done by analytical privilege. In BW, that is with your analysis authorization. The T code for this is what? RSCC admin. And we need to create one authorization object, right? Auth object. So in SAC, we're going to control this with data access control. So row level security of your transaction data can be controlled with DSU. Okay. So let's do some practical now.